What is up, YouTube and TikTok? Subscribe to my YouTube, Milto, ENT, and TikTok, MJ Does Comedy 713. Without further ado, I'm going to do a video. Now, I'm kind of new to this editing software using Adobe Express. Got to get used to it. I want to start doing videos where y'all can see me, but for right now, y'all just go hear my beautiful voice because I got that radio voice. So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce y'all to some 5 movies y'all need to watch right now for Halloween. Now, usually when you watch movies on Halloween, people's go-to is the traditional horror movies, such as Friday the 13th series, Freddy vs. Jason, Chucky series, Freddy Krueger series, Saw, Candyman, all those major horror movies. Those are fine traditional movies. But one thing about my channel is going to be about different things in video games, movies, pro wrestling, and I want to make this channel unique. So I'm going to tell y'all why these movies are my top 5 and why y'all should watch them. And one of these movies is actually 2 movies you need to watch. So that's why I put it at the last column. So again, I'm a tech person. I'm learning this stuff, so just bear with me when I get used to it. Because again, this is my first few videos. Once I make it, y'all gonna see me grow. First movie y'all need to watch: Sleepaway Camp. And also, one thing I want to mention about these films is each of these films needs sequels, remakes, or continuations. Although some of these movies do have sequels, and some of these sequels need to be deleted. That's all I got to say. Sleepaway Camp is a really, really good movie because you literally have actual teenagers in the movie. Literal teenagers, not no grown ass men and grown ass women posing as 16 or 17-year-olds and they like 40 or 50. No, this is literally teenagers. And it's good. Sleepaway Camp is a good horror movie because I think the killer can give Jason a run for his money simply because it's different. It's somewhat different, but it's not different. But Sleepaway Camp to me is better than Friday the 13th and most of the Friday the 13th movies, if you ask me. It's a really good movie. And the ending of the movie is one of the most shocking endings in horror movie history. If you do top 5 horror movie endings in history, people that know horror movies are going to always top the end of the Sleepaway Camp. Not going to spoil it because this is for people that never watched the movies before. Now, if you watched the movies before, please feel free to comment, but don't spoil anything. Second movie I like is Trick or Treat. I actually got Trick or Treated in 2007 or 8, whatever. I was in high school during the time, and this movie was really, really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I'm like, yeah, but it's an anthology series. It's really, really good. It's reminiscent of Tales from the Crib, Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Hood, and all the stories kind of correlate with each other. Like, oh, you just gotta watch this movie. If you like revenge horror, you're gonna like this movie. If you like horror movies where somebody deserves to die, you're gonna like this movie. Next movie on my list is this movie right here, Tourist Trap. That's the third movie, which is on the first row. Tourist Trap is a PG movie. And I'm gonna say this: Tourist Trap is a movie that scared the hell out of me. I watched it late at night and I was scared. It reminds me of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's crazy. It gives like so if you have a fear of dolls and going out of the country or going to a different city or state, if you have those phobias, I'm gonna tell you to watch these films. Like watch Tourist Trap. Tourist Trap need a remake. Simple, it need a remake. I would love to see a remake of this movie. It's really good. It's a PG movie that scared me. And PG back in the 70s was like hardcore. I call it like softcore rated R. Next movie is Wishmaster. Now, what I like about Wishmaster is this right here. It has every horror movie legend in it, the major ones. We always wanted a movie with Freddy, Jason, Candyman, Chucky, da 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 da. This movie is reminiscent of it because it has the guy that plays Jason, Kane Hodder, in it, Robert England, aka Freddy Krueger, and Tony Todd, aka Candyman, in it. Never in a million years I thought that a movie like that would ever exist with all those guys in it, but it was a good movie. And Wishmaster was a good movie simply because this movie can happen in these days of time, and this was made in the late '90s, where you can wish for something, and your wishes can be really, really bad. And I'm gonna tell you this: this movie didn't scare me, but this movie was original. The kills was gory, the gin was witty. I put him up there with Freddy and Jason because he's a really good killer. Got to try that out. Last is Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead 1 and Pumpkinhead 2 are really scary. If you like Jeepers Creepers, stuff like that, Cabin in the Woods type movies, monster creature features, aliens, you'll like this movie. And I think the guy that made Aliens, one of the guys that made the character design for Aliens, actually contributed in the film and made the design of Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead is simply about like these people that's had some screwed up stuff happen to them. They go to this witch, they make a sacrifice, then this monster kills the ones that did them wrong. Scary movie. All five of these movies are good. Y'all need to give them a watch. And the thing about it, most of these movies are on Tubi, Sling, and YouTube. Some of these movies is for free. You can find these movies. These five movies is worth for purchase. So instead of watching like Scream, Jason, Freddy, all of those movies, Chucky, if you haven't seen these movies, watch them. I guarantee you, you're going to have a pleasurable experience. So people binge watch movies for 31 days of horror for Halloween. Watch these films. You can watch these for Halloween, Christmas, New Year's Day, and these thing about it. These five films are the only five films I know that don't age at all. And they have some contemporary elements to it because all this stuff can exist still to this day. But again, Sleepaway Camp is my favorite horror movie. Trick or Treat is my favorite anthology movie. Tourist Trap scared the hell out of me more than Texas Chainsaw Massacre for a PG movie. Wishmaster is really good. So if you like shit talkers that actually are intimidating and scary, definitely watch Wishmaster. Like the gin to give Freddy a run for his money, and Pumpkinhead scared the shit out of me. So definitely watch these movies and make sure you subscribe to my channels on YouTube, aka Milto ENT, and TikTok.